Hello and welcome back to another one. And today we have more interesting topics to cover, more than I could fit in the title, so stick around, especially for the questions at the end. And for yesterday's video regarding Kanye's face-off with Taylor Swift, I was impressed with the responses on that one. That revealed that most of you that watch this channel stay informed with the facts. As always, if you're here for the first time, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and find me on social media at etlifestyle_web. So we'll start with the latest tease, and the source of this one is the agency that was responsible for many teases and hints prior to Eminem's latest album. And many of you guys that were following this channel before Eminem dropped his latest album were certainly aware that something was in the kitchen. The only thing we didn't know was when it would be ready, and the rumors have started again. The latest has been a collaboration between Eminem and Rihanna, and when we talk about collaborations in hip-hop, the world has already seen what this duo can achieve. I saw the hint since Saturday, but I was waiting for it to gain some traction, and here's how it goes. Shady Records marketing is reportedly handled by Burn It Down Group, and they also did a lot of teases before Music to Be Murdered By dropped. And now on Instagram, they shared Eminem and Rihanna's signature logos entangled. And of course, word has started circulating that this could signify a potential collaboration incoming, and a few MSM outlets have contributed to the spread of this news. The user states, so a while ago, Paul Rosenberg posted a pic of Eminem and Rihanna's posters of their Monster tour asking if they should do a part 2. Now, Eminem's marketing team posted both Eminem and Rihanna's logos mixed together. Is this a sign for another collab? And many other fans have suggested the same, and it didn't take long for this to gain traction and appear on the likes of XXL and Uproxx after Pop Crave covered the news. It's funny because Pop Crave's audience have reacted to this how you'd expect clueless users on Twitter to react to anything Eminem related, and it's like the reception Kid Cudi's announcement of collaborating with Eminem got all over again. One user states, Eminem will ruin the song again, which gets this response, then just don't listen to the song, it's not really that hard. Another one, Rihanna doing charity again, a humanitarian indeed. And although this comment is quite clueless, I won't lie, I found this genuinely funny, and it got this response. He gave Rihanna her first diamond, so if anything, he did the charity. The word I'd use is synergy, but perhaps the first comment was meant to break the ice with some comedy. And one of my favorite replies to one of the conversations about the tease was this: it looks like an entanglement to me. Now, on a serious note, those of you that have been with us before Eminem dropped Music to Be Murdered By know that this source was also actively teasing fans, especially between November to January, before Eminem dropped the latest project. So who knows, Eminem may feature on Rihanna's upcoming album if this checks out, since M just dropped a project. And while you ponder on that, remember, we have a rapper's take on Logic vs. Button coming up at the latter part of the video. Next up is about Mike Tyson's upcoming fight in September, and it looks like Triller is splashing the cash for their promos. As I recall, Eminem's Godzilla challenge was done on Triller, and now to promote Tyson's next fight, Lose Yourself is featured.
There comes a time in life when a man has perfect clarity, and that moment for me is now.
So this is Iron Mike versus Captain Hook, and some were already down to put money on Tyson's comeback. A user states, if you fight, I'm gonna put my money on you and get paid. I support your comeback. And now that the date is set, who have you got, Tyson or Roy Jones Jr.? Let us know in the comment section, and who knows, Tyson may be able to get Eminem out in the open for this fight. Next up today is about Logic, and following the release of his new album, the reception shows that he dropped a good project. So much for those who said he's complete trash, including the likes of Button. And on that note, Ari decided to chime in with his take on Logic and Button with this: Logic is greater than Joe Button. And this riled a few people up with replies like Joe Button is greater than RA. And he wasn't done with his take, he expanded on why Logic is greater. He believes Logic has better albums, better live shows, better flow and delivery, better beat selection, and is the better all-around artist, giving the edge to Button in only bars and originality. And many are also furious in the comment section, but at least we can all agree that Ari's criticism is certainly more constructive than Button's take on Logic, where he stated that Logic is one of the worst rappers to ever touch the mic. And I'll toss this one over to you guys. Now that we know why our Buttons broke, do you agree with his take that Logic overall is better than Button? And RA claims he's getting troll comments from bots ever since the Logic vs. Button tweet, and a user believes that's just Joe Button using fake accounts. So do you welcome another Eminem and Rihanna collaboration? Who of you got on Tyson vs Roy Jones Jr. and the same for Logic vs Button? Let us know below, like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you on the next one.